Can he get past Longley? The dribbling is on point. I could play this one for Diaby. It's a good pass. Here's Diaby's chance. Goes for the chip shot. Oh my god. Diaby has just done that against Barcelona in the Champions League. Patient build-up play from us. Here's Palacios. Finds space, shoots, and oh my god, Palacios. What? Palacios has just single-handedly got us back in this one. So this is it. Everything we've worked for in this series is coming to a conclusion as we take on Manchester City in the Champions League final. I'm still just astonished at the fact that we've made it this far in this competition, but hey, we've done the business against some of the best teams in the world and we're here on merit. Can we end off our journey with Leverkusen on a high, hopefully by winning the Champions League over City? Well, I'm hoping for exactly that. So welcome back to another episode of the Leverkusen Career Mode series. This is episode number 15 and we're going to be wrapping up our journey with Bayer Leverkusen today. Of course, that doesn't mean this career mode is over. We're also going to be making the final decision of the next team we're going to be managing in the same save file. So if you guys are excited for one last episode of this Bayer Leverkusen Career Mode series as we try and become champions of Europe, show your support by smashing that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get this underway. Time for the final press conferences by your Leverkusen boss. Let's get this one underway. First question, of all the teams in the Bundesliga, which team was the toughest to play against? Now, obviously an answer to this would probably be a team like Bayern Munich or Dortmund, but to be fair, we've done a pretty good job against them. I guess the team that's caused me the most problems is Hoffenheim because I don't think we have beaten them even once this season. It was a 1-1 draw at home, and away from home, we lost to them 2-0 if I'm not wrong. So, yes, I think it's Hoffenheim that are the most difficult team in the Bundesliga that I've faced. And also a good shout is Borussia Mönchengladbach. They beat us as well this season. And apart from that, Paderborn, the Burnley of the Bundesliga. Now, they've given us a tremendous amount of problems. And the fact that they've just got 4 points this season, and probably one of those points was against us if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, but Paderborn was just so annoying to play against, so I'm probably going to go for them. But yeah, it's probably between Hoffenheim, Gladbach, and of course Paderborn. Next question, after playing 3 games with Özcan and having a couple of clean sheets, do you regret doubting Özcan? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda do, because when we needed him the most, he came up and performed. He was like an unsung hero for us, especially in that game against Barcelona. He made a few saves here and there, but he could have easily bottled it. But thankfully he didn't. Our defense was just unbelievable. He did a great job, and you know what? I didn't expect this from him. A 7.3 average rating in the 3 games that he's played. Fair enough. When we needed him the most, he stepped up in the absence of Radecki. So only respect, man, for Özcan. I guess we can't really make fun of him anymore. Okay, now this is where things get spicy. Time to discuss the next club we're gonna manage. Now, on the community tab of my channel, I've put up a poll on which team we should manage. 3 teams we discussed in the last episode are included in the poll: Juventus, PSG, and Chelsea. And so far, over 65% of you guys have voted for Chelsea, so it looks like we're going to be seeing a Chelsea career mode. Now, the vote isn't over yet. You guys can get involved. I'm putting a link to that community tab post in the description, so you guys can go and vote as well. But by the looks of it, a Chelsea career mode might be coming soon to the channel. And also look at this comment. I think a Chelsea career mode will be totally outrageous. I've wanted you to do that for a long time. Please make it work. So it seems like you guys are excited, and that could be the next thing on the channel. We'll be continuing it in this save file. It'll be kind of realistic, you know, starting in season 2. We'll try and bring in the signings Chelsea made in real life as well. And I think it could be a fantastic series to continue from this Leverkusen one. We'll definitely be talking more about that in this episode, but for now, let's move on. Diaby was absolutely outstanding in the last episode, and that's why I'm not surprised he's taken home the player of the episode. What I mean, he scored the all-important goal that put us through to the Champions League final against Barcelona. He chipped the keeper in audacious fashion, and that's why you guys voted for him as your player of the episode. Okay, let's keep the focus on the Champions League final now. Bayer Leverkusen versus Manchester City. I'm very interested to see how City made it this final. So they knocked out Liverpool in the semi-finals. In the quarterfinals, they got past Spurs. I mean, they destroyed them 5-0. In the round of 16, they knocked out Real Madrid. So they've had a very difficult road to this final, and they've made it look easy. What about in the group stages? How did City perform? Were they in Group C? They were. Well, pretty much a perfect record. 16 points. They conceded just 3 goals. They're going to be a formidable opponent. But you know the funny thing in this tie? Although City have got the incredible funds, the top managers and all, Bayer Leverkusen have made it to more Champions League finals than Man City, so that's an interesting fact right here. But anyways, let's take a look and see how City have done in the Premier League so far. For some reason, I just love scouting and seeing how my Champions League opponents are doing in their respective leagues. And well, we're taking a look at Man City in the Premier League, and they've had a good season, finishing second. But Liverpool, oh my god, they've gone perfect. 38 games, 38 wins. Good to see Chelsea in the top 4, which means we're going to get Champions League football with them next season if we do end up doing a Chelsea career mode. But, oh, Liverpool, man, unbelievable. City, though, are the team in the Champions League final. Seeing them in second place does give me a bit more confidence. I guess Raheem Sterling is the danger man for Man City. He's the player we've got to be careful of. Even Sergio Aguero, he scored a considerable amount of goals. Saul as well is in there. Good signing for City, that. And assist-wise, do we have more City players in here? Sterling, but Demirbay's got more assists than him. We've got Aranguiz in there as well. Fair enough. A couple of City players, Aguero as well. Interesting. You know, before we get into the Champions League final, I kind of want to appreciate the team that we've built here in this series, because it is one of my favorite career mode teams that I've built this year on FIFA 20, because it's just got everything. And there's a reason why we've made it so far in the Champions League, because this team just fits perfectly, especially in the 3-4-1-2 formation. Signing Son was just unbelievable for the series. Leon Bailey as well up top. Havertz, Atel was a good signing. Diaby has been unbelievable. I mean, I just love this team so much, and I genuinely feel like we can do it. I think we can topple Man City. They don't have the experience, nor do we, so I think it's going to be a 50-50 game. Of course, they've got more quality, but I think we can do it. I really think we can do it. Now, I had some really big decisions to make regarding the lineup. I mean, selection headaches at their peak. Starting Isaac or Leon Bailey. It was a tough choice, but I've gone with Leon Bailey because he was superb in the German Cup final, scored the opener. I kind of feel like I should trust him with a game like this. So he's starting up top with Heung-min Son. Havertz captains the team in this Champions League final in that cam role. Diaby and Atal on either side. Palacios, Demirbay starting. Again, I was so torn between signing Aranguiz or Demirbay, but I've gone with Demirbay because he's been really good in the Champions League for us. Guerrer, Tar and Zakaria form our backline with Hradecky back in goal. I am so glad Hradecky's injury wasn't serious. He's now back in action in this Champions League final. Can we get it done against City and be crowned champions of Europe? Remember, on FIFA 20, I've actually lost the Champions League final before. It was with AC Milan. I'm hoping it won't be the same outcome here. We've got to get it done. Oh man, I'm genuinely so excited for this Champions League final. It hits different, man. It hits different when you see the teams walk out in a Champions League final. The anthem plays in the background. It's just special. It's always fun when you're involved in these kind of games in career mode. Honestly, didn't expect to be here with Bayer Leverkusen in our first season, but we got it done against Barcelona. We got it done against Juve. And here we are against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City in a game to be crowned champions of Europe. Now, as I said, Leverkusen have made it to a final before in their history, but Zinedine Zidane's incredible volley meant that they couldn't win the Champions League that year. So let's hope we can make amends this time around and get the job done against City. Here we go. City have announced their lineups for the game. Raheem Sterling, Aguero, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Saul, Rodri. I mean, that's a quality midfield and attack. Of course, at the back they've got Varane, Cancelo. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is going to be difficult, but we're ready. We've knocked out some of the biggest teams in Europe. I think we can do it against Man City. Back to Saul. Oh, Demirbay does well to intercept that. We've got to make do with every chance we get. Oh, look at this space we've got here. One thing's for sure. Pep's team is going to go attack, attack, attack from the get-go. We've got to make use of that. Here goes Kai Havertz. First chance of the game. No way, Kai. You can't be hitting that straight at the keeper. That should have been a goal. That should have really been a goal, especially considering Kai Havertz's form this season. Oh no, we've given Kevin De Bruyne a bit of space to run into. I'm not looking forward to this. Kevin De Bruyne here goes for the cutback. What's going on here? No, we don't get it away. What was that from Guerrer? Now it's Bernardo Silva on the turn. Shoots and misses. Bernardo Silva with quite possibly the miss of this series. How has he not scored from there? For a moment I thought it was offside, but the ref didn't wave the flag, and which means Bernardo Silva has just missed a sitter. That's a big let-off. He normally doesn't miss chances like that. This Champions League final, we've seen some big moments already within 17 minutes. Now looks for Son. Oh, Leon Bailey's made a good run. What a chance this is for him. Leon Bailey now could go for a cutback or something. Still Bailey. Nah, I messed that one up. Maybe I should have just gone for the shot. I'm kind of panicking in the final third. Maybe I'm nervous because it's a freaking Champions League final. I've got to be composed, man. We've got to be playing good FIFA. Looks for Havertz. What a chance this could be. Leon Bailey on his right foot. Oh, big save from Edison. If Leon Bailey had a better weak foot rating, that would have probably gone in, but it just wasn't to be. Leon Bailey. That was kind of similar to Bernardo's chance, but Bernardo just couldn't even keep it on target. At least Bailey managed to do so, but ultimately the outcome is the same. No goal for either team. Demirbay. What a pass that is for Palacios. He's going to get there. He's actually going to get there. Palacios looks for Son. Son scoops this one for Leon Bailey. Bailey puts it back in. Couldn't lead to anything. Edison collects it. In the final third, our passing has been a bit dodgy, which means we're breaking down attacks. That's got to improve. That's a good ball to Aguero, and I'm a bit scared right now. Aguero puts this one back in. Oh, Guerrero with a big clearance there. We've got to be careful of the crosses. I mean, you guys know the AI tend to score a lot of stupid crosses, and I'm not in favor of conceding any of those kind of goals. And also a set-piece chance for our opponents. What's going on? Get it away. It's chaos at the back, but ultimately, oh, we're struggling. We do find a way to get it out. Not gonna lie, it's been a bit of a cagey first half in this Champions League final. Expected to be like this. No team wants to concede like an early goal or something. So, Man City have created a few chances. We've created a few chances, but nothing to show for. Still 0-0. Let's hope the second half will have some more action. I mean, these stats sum the game up really. We've kept 59% of the ball. That's a big surprise to me. We've done really well. A couple of shots, couple on target. City have not been clinical at all. They've only created one chance, to be fair. Again, let's get into the second half. One thing's for sure, I don't feel like we're being dominated by City. I think one thing's for sure, I don't feel like we're being dominated by City. I feel like we're at the same level as them, which is a good thing. This game could go either way by the looks of it. We're not being overwhelmed by Man City's quality. In fact, we're probably the better team at this point. Now looks for Diaby, and this could lead to something. We know how incredible Diaby has been for us. He looks for the cutback for Havertz. What a chance this is for Kai Havertz. Goes for goal and hits the side netting. Another big chance wasted. Kai Havertz, man. To be fair, that was a difficult angle to do anything from, so can't really blame him for missing. But still, good to see us create chances. We've got to keep doing it more often. Fair enough, Diaby. He's been so crucial for us throughout the season. And even in this final, he's having a good game. Havertz now looks for Son. I'm liking this. Son gets taken down there by Rafael Varane. Bad challenge. He's definitely going to get a booking for that. Okay. We got a free kick, but I'm not too sure we can do anything with it. You know what? Why not? I'm just going to go for it with Heung-min Son. If he can put this in, that'll be absolutely incredible. To be fair, that was close. A lot of curl on it, but the accuracy slightly missing. Decent from Son. This is probably the first spell of possession that Man City have had for like a long time. And they might be able to create something off this. Big ball played in. Oh my god, what's happening here? Hideki somehow collects it. I was so confused because Jonathan Tah did make the interception, but I don't even know how to describe what happened there. Hideki somehow got there. And well, we might be on the counter-attack now. Chance for Diaby. Let's go. Go on. Cut back. Oh, to Son. What a chance this is for Son. Oh, wait, Leon Bailey. I cannot believe we've actually scored that. That is the most bullshit goal you guys will see in a Champions League final. Like, the ball just rebounded out of nowhere, but I will 100% take it. They say you need a bit of luck to win a Champions League, and well, we've just got that bit of luck. Unbelievable scenes. Let's take a look at that again. I was trying to find Havertz first of all. It went to Son, who just struggled to control it. I don't know what he was trying to do. And then it just fell to Leon Bailey. Of course he was going to score. What a story it is for Leon Bailey. We all thought his season was done for, yet he returns early from his injury to now come and score in both the German Cup. Oh, my phone's going off at the wrong time. Let's put it on silent. Ruining the moment, man. Come on. So yeah, he scored in the German Cup final and of course now in the Champions League final. Let's go. What a story. We've got the lead now and let's protect it with everything we've got. You guys know the amount of goals I concede literally moments after scoring. We cannot allow that to happen here. Oh, what was that from Sauli? Literally just gifted Diaby the ball. We could make something of this now. Good ball to Son. Here goes Heung-min Son. I see Atal in acres of space. In fact, I'm just going to go for the ball to Leon Bailey, who controls it absolutely incredibly. Nah. That would have been goal of the season. What's happening here? We've scored? Okay, what's going on in this game? Like, what on earth are Man City doing? We almost scored a potential goal of the season contender to have it become one of the most scrappiest goals you'll ever see. I am so confused. I don't know if this is a Champions League final or a Sunday League game because, good lord, is some bullshit happening here. Why didn't City clear the ball? I'm so confused. Kai Havertz scores. Let's go. I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. It feels like we've been gifted the Champions League because I have no idea what's happening in this game. It's crazy. Man City have just completely collapsed. It's similar to what they've done a few years ago in the Champions League when they bottled it against Monaco, against Liverpool where they collapsed, and it's all happening again for them. And we might be winning a Champions League. City don't have time to score a couple of goals by the looks of it. Just 10 minutes to go. It might be happening. Leverkusen to be crowned champions of Europe. Well, let's get it done. Here goes Heung-min Son. He's just unstoppable. Heung-min Son is just something else. Keeper stops it. And another rebound. I don't know. Literally all three of our goals in this final have been rebounds. I've never played a Champions League final that's been this easy. And by the way, to prove that I'm not using sliders and all that, have a look at this. The sliders are all on normal. And yeah, it's crazy what's happening in this final. We're on ultimate difficulty and we've just completely thumped Man City. Goes to show that this formation that we've built, the 3-5-2, is just so effective. Like, it's completely bamboozled City. They just don't know what to do. I mean, we've got a lot of luck involved in every goal that we've scored. I've got to admit it. But ultimately, they couldn't create enough chances. We took our opportunities and, well, we're going to be champions of Europe. And that's that. We've done it. Champions League winners with Bayer Leverkusen. So far on FIFA 20, we've won the Champions League with Barcelona, with Leicester City. We failed to do it with AC Milan, but we did it with United. And now we add Bayer Leverkusen to the list as well. Incredible. It's genuinely incredible. I know we had a lot of luck involved in this final, but when you win 3-0, it just can't be about luck, you know. We were the better team, and somehow everything fell into pieces for us, and things just worked out perfectly, and that's why we're champions of Europe. Incredible, man. Honestly incredible. He's the reason why we're here in this final. We had Kai Havertz score a brace in this one as well, and it's now time for him to lift the European Cup. Champions League winners, Bayer Leverkusen, the first time in their history. We've got it done. What a way to end off our journey with Leverkusen, winning the German Cup, winning the Champions League. I'm stunned. 15 episodes and we've made Bayer Leverkusen one of the best teams in the world. Let's go. Manchester City is a strong team, but winning the final at a 3-goal difference was out of this world. How did you pull it off? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Let's just say we can't be stopped. Let's be a bit cocky. Why not? Remarkable performance by Kai Havertz today. What are your thoughts? You know what? Even though he scored a brace in this final, I think he's had better performances for us. This brace was just had to do with so much luck, the goals he scored, but you know what? We will take it. We'll absolutely take it. I'm genuinely still shook. What a season we've had. Champions of Europe, winning the Champions League 3-0 against City. What a journey it's been. Knocking out Barcelona on away goals. Diaby deserves a lot of credit. So does Heung-min Son, who scored the goal at the Camp Nou. And in the quarterfinals, we got the job done against Juventus in dramatic fashion. And of course, knocking out Valencia as well. Group stages, we finished second just about. Remember, we had to win our last group stage game against Juventus to get to this final. We could have been out of the competition. Instead, we're now here as Champions League winners. Just crazy. Of course, it's not just the Champions League we won. We also managed to win the DFB Pokal, or the German Cup, against Bayern Munich 3-2 in what was an incredible final. What a season. The only disappointment, I guess, was the Bundesliga, but still, you know, finishing fourth, I think, is still an achievement. We put our focus and attention towards the domestic cup and, of course, the Champions League. And you know what? I like the outcome, winning the Champions League and the cup. Let's go. Leverkusen emerge as Champions League winners. Club captain Kai Havertz along with the trophy. Let's go. Oh, look how the mighty have fallen. We've got Leverkusen winning the Champions League and Man United winning the Europa League. Fair enough, I guess. Before we get into the end of season awards ceremony, time to take a look at the stats of all our players this season. So, most appearances goes to Hideki, probably fair. He did miss a few games through injury, of course. As we know, Oscar did the job instead of him. Now, our top goal scorers this season, Kai Havertz with 24, including a brace in the Champions League final. That's just crazy. He's been so good for us this season. Our captain, our leader. Heung-min Son coming in with 21 again. An unbelievable return, and I'm sure most of these goals have come in a Bayer Leverkusen shirt. 12 goals in 12 games in the Bundesliga. Bailey, even though he was injured for a long time, came in with 18. Isaac with 13 as well. Diaby with 6 and so on. Now, assists wise, we've got Demirbay at the top of the charts with 12. Kai Havertz with 12 as well. I mean, Havertz with 36 goal contributions this season. Aranguiz coming in with 9. Isaac with 7. Weiser with 6. gotta give Weiser a bit of credit because he's kind of been like an unsung hero. Before we signed Atal, it was all about Mitchell Weiser and how good he was down the right flank. Same with Sinkreven coming in with 5 assists, of course. Okay, so it's now time for the end of season awards ceremony. Now, YouTube have kind of made it a bit difficult for us to get these done because of the fact that they've removed the YouTube polls feature, which I don't get, YouTube. Why are you gonna have to ruin stuff? Anyways, instead, every category there'll be a poll in the description, which will I think lead to a Google Doc or something like that. And there you guys can vote for, of course, each and every category. And that's how we're going to be deciding the award winners. Let's now get this started. First category is going to be Best Defensive Moment of the Season. Now, the funny thing about this is there's only one nominee actually, but he's got 2 different saves or moments that have been nominated. So you guys can choose which one is better. It's Radecki. He's had 2 incredible saves. Have a look at them and decide which one is better. We're getting opened up so easily in this game. It's a chance for them now. Big save from Radecki. He has no right to make that save there. Incredible goalkeeping. I've noticed this from Radecki in a multitude of different occasions. I love using him. Oh, we might concede though. Radecki with an outstanding save. Wow. How has he managed to keep that one out? Someone please explain that to me. The next category is Best Transfer of the Season, with your nominees being Zakaria and Heung-min Son. Now, normally I don't include players that have been signed in the January transfer window, but how can I not include Heung-min Son after the season he's had? He single-handedly carried us in a multitude of different games and he had to be nominated. Zakaria on the other hand has been such a reliable transfer. At the back he's been phenomenal. And that's why I feel like those 2 were our best transfers of the season. And it's up to you guys to make the decision. Next up, we've got the goal of the season. Now, we've actually scored some absolutely cracking goals. From Heung-min Son's unbelievable volley to Palacios' stunner in a German Cup final. It's up to you guys to make the decision. Take a look at the goals before and then vote. Looks for Sinkreven. Oh, the control was lovely. Goes for the long ball for Heung-min Son, who gets there on the volley. Bang! Oh my god! Heung-min Son, oh, I don't even know what to say. He is a cheat code. That has to be goal of the season. Patient build-up play from us. Yes, Palacios finds space, shoots, and oh my god, Palacios, what? Palacios has just single-handedly got us back in this one. 2-2. Out of nowhere. How did he manage to find enough power on this shot? And finally, time for the big award, Player of the Season. Of course, we're going to have Heung-min Son nominated for this one, along with King Kai Havertz. How good was he throughout the course of the season? He's been our captain, our leader, scored a brace in the Champions League final, had to be nominated. We've already spoken about how good Son was, even though he was only here for half a season. So I think Havertz has an edge over him, but still, that half a season Son had was the difference between us winning trophies and not. So gotta have him included. So it's between Son and Havertz. Make the decision, vote, and with that, time to wrap up the end of season awards ceremony. So it's now time to wrap up our journey with Bayer Leverkusen. What a season it's been. Next up could be a career mode with Chelsea, depending on what you guys vote for. We might have Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech all playing, so I'm really excited for the future of this save file and what we're going to be doing next on the channel. A career mode with Chelsea potentially, or even PSG or Juventus. I think all options are fantastic. It's in your hands, and expect to see the next episode, or basically the first episode of whatever career mode we do, up either on Sunday or Monday. I'm not entirely sure, but it's coming soon, guys. It is coming soon. I can't wait for it. Also, one final look at our season objectives. It's been a big success for us because we've managed to complete 5 out of our 6 objectives, and that means no forfeit needed from our side for next season. We're safe to continue as is. It is now time to wrap up the Bayer Leverkusen series. I know it's been a short one, only about 15 episodes, but it's still been so much fun to record, and I'm glad you guys really enjoyed it. But this might not be the last time you guys are seeing these players in action. We might end up signing them in whatever career mode we do and continuing the story with them forward. So stay tuned for that. But for now, we're wrapping up the series. Not really, because we're going to continue it in the same save file. But drop a like in the video if you enjoyed the Leverkusen career mode. Subscribe if you're new around here. And I'll catch you all very soon for another episode of career mode. See you all next time.